school for this edition of High School Rewind, available on highschoolrewind.com and the High School Rewind YouTube channel, as the East Leopards, sitting atop Region 5, prepare to welcome in the Box Elder Bees. Thank you for joining us, everyone. Dane Stewart here to bring you today's game, and we've got a little bit of a rematch on hand. Well, definitely a rematch on hand for you here today, but maybe a bit of a revenge game. These two teams kicked off region play by playing each other up in Brigham City. It was a 5-2 victory for the Box Elder Bees. Since then, the Bees, they've gone 0-3-2 in region play, and coaching staff trying to figure out, how do we get back to the winning ways? They're going to try to do so today against a very good East squad. In that previous matchup, they had a 3-0 lead at the half. A pair of goals coming from Watson. Duncan Port also added one in that 5-2 victory for the Bees. We mentioned they haven't won one since, and trying to figure out how to get goals in the back of the net. The scoring has gone a little dry in that time. Meanwhile, for the East Leopards, we mentioned they dropped that opener to the Bees. Since then, they've gone 5-0-0. They've been perfect running through region play, and they sit 3 points ahead of Ogden at this time in Region 5. And we mentioned that loss. You have to think that for Coach Schenk and his boys, this is a bit of a grudge match, bit of a rematch on hand here, a revenge game, wanting to atone for that earlier loss. They're coming off a 2-1 victory over the Bonneville Lakers, a game in which Cesares and Rondo both had goals in that victory, and they played well, though at times Bonneville was down a man, only playing with 10 due to a red card, and at times it looked like it was even. So for Coach Schenk, certainly things that you can build on and try to improve as they open up the second half of region play. We mentioned they are in first place right now by 3 points, going to try to keep that as a big game coming up next with the Ogden Tigers next week, but they have the Bees to go through first. Will it be the Bees able to sting East for the second time, or will the Leopards get their revenge? We're about to find out, as now we send you down to the pitch for today's contest. Underway here from East High School. The Leopards start with the possession in their home white tops. The Bees in the purple and black. Starting keeps Elders. Back for the Leopards. And for the Bees, it's going to be Rusty Lamb, the junior. This ball played up by Morgan, looking for Barker. And played beyond him, it will roll out. Throw in. Headed up by Guadarrama. Out of play. East will throw in quickly to that back line. Morgan drops it. Should say pushes over to Cardenas. Garta near side. Back to Cardenas again. He's going to try to turn it outside with Hill. And a collision there. A flag up. And a foul here. A kick awarded to Box Elder near midfield. So on the play, Hill picked up the yellow. He has to come off. And an early card for David Hill is Box Elder scoring early. The Bees in the 3rd minute. And Box Elder takes the 1-0 lead. East has given up the first goal of the contest. They did that in the first several games of region play. And then the defense had solidified quite a bit as Garza tries to play this ball up. It's beyond Barker and cleared out by Box Elder. Going back to that thought, they haven't allowed a goal in the game of play, so outside of penalty kicks, they hadn't allowed a goal in over 3 matches until that one. And Box Elder off to a great start. This ball's trying to be sent in the box, and no B home. We'll have a goal kick coming up. Put in play with Morgan. Midfield. Oliveira pushed near side with Garta. Back to him, and that pass a little beyond him. As here's Harrison. He came in for Hill when Hill picked up the yellow, and That pass, no one home for the Leopards. Thrown in to Harris. Try to play it up, no one home. Rondo with it, near side. Good ball movement to get it to Barker. Barker. The top will stop. Now trying to get around, and no call from the official. Is aggressive defense put on there by Harris, and now a whistle finally will come in, and East will have a kick outside the box. An opportunity for East. Cesares runs past it. Ball in the box. Couldn't tell if it got cleared out. It will there. Back with Garta. He's going to try to fire, and that one too much spin as it will roll wide. A whistle here as Jacobs was pushed down. Cardenas will put this in play from 55 yards away. Ball in the box. Headed out eventually by Coburn. Rondo able to gain the possession. Centering. And that ball able to be gathered in by the keeper, Rusty Lamb. It's a good idea there from Rondo. Big hop off the turf, and a Box Elder B still down as he came down hard. I think it might have been Guadarrama. Stop play to take a look at him as he's holding his hip. Guadarrama was able to walk off under his own power. Good to see. This ball with Holbert. Trying to get one up. Rondo trying to get there. Fence couldn't play it out. Rondo chips it over in the box. And that play knocked away by the keeper. They're going to say deflected away, and we'll have a goal kick coming up for Box Elder. Not a popular call there in some of the eyes of the East faithful. It's tough to see from here, but I also thought that might have been off the keep. Either way, Box Elder gets this ball down to Elders. He will roll it out to Morgan on that far side. 1-0. Box Elder, a goal in the 3rd minute. And just like the first match, a strong start from the Bees. Garta at midfield with it, has Holbert. It's where he goes with it. Nice job by Box Elder. And eventually it's East that comes away with it. Oliveira touches back to Holbert. And Holbert got tripped down. Kick coming up here for the Leopards. Cardenas will take this kick, and he's got a good leg. We've seen him score from about this distance. As we start to wrap up the 10th minute, this ball gets in the box. It's loose, headed through the hands and in the back of the net. And I think it's Cesares once again with his 7th goal of the season off the set piece. Jesus Cesares knots things up at 1 apiece. Cesares has been on a tear. Goals in the last 3 games is a whistle here. And a kick coming up for Box Elder at midfield. Kick taken by Harris, and Elders able to gather it off the hop. Cardenas. Looking upfield. Taking his time. Good patience shown there, though that pass broken up by Box Elder. I think it was Levi Port, the midfielder, able to disrupt it. Cesar is able to win it back. Playing the ball up ahead. It's Rondo. Has Barker in the middle. Centering to Barker and just chipped it over the top of the net. And Barker, that's one he would love to have back. A great opportunity for these forwards of the Leopards, Rondo and Barker. And another kick coming up here, a foul on Box Elder. Garta with it. Tripped over the ball and the handball. Inadvertent. Reynolds plays this ball up, looking for Spencer Buck, but it's beyond him. Elders will roll it out with Morgan. That challenge won away by Box Elder quickly. Mitchell Coburn came away with it. Ball chipped ahead. No B around. Had a couple forwards there. Unable to get much of a run on. Has a whistle here and another foul on Box Elder on the challenge. Garta. Nice control there. Holbert gives it back to him. Jacobs. And that ball turned right over to Pyle. I had a man outside, and eventually Buck was going that way, and another delayed whistle here and a kick for Box Elder. Coburn will take this kick 35 yards away. The ball is trying to be lofted over that wall and in the box. It got there, but no B around, and East able to clear it out. As back with the back line and an easy offside call. The flag is up. And it was Harris. Got a little too aggressive. Garta drops back. Cardenas. Looking for somewhere to go. Able to find Cesaris. And another handball call here. Box Elder will put it in play. Near side they come with Trevin Watson, leading scorer for the Bees this year, number 5. As Coburn tried to drop it back and in the process turned it over. Barker playing a ball up for Rondo in the box. Rondo one-on-one and a big save put on by Lamb. And a corner coming up for East. Barker from the corner. Good ball headed wide of the net. Rondo. Lamb's kick. Harrison able to step in front. As this ball will fly out of play. Throw in. Turned over. Rondo. From just outside the box and fired that one wide as well. Another goal kick coming up here for Lamb. Ball headed up by Buck. Too far beyond is Elders. Back there and now with Morgan. Can see a concerted effort by the Bees here, trying to pack the middle third. Doing a good job. East has had a couple opportunities to kind of skip over it and get it up to their forwards aggressively. They've taken advantage of that a couple times. Have had a couple nice scoring opportunities come off that. As this play between a couple Leopards and given over to Box Elder. Port pushes outside and up with Watson. Nice turning inside as Watson tries to fire. That ball deflected out off of East. And a B. Corner kick coming up. That ball headed out by Oliveira. Rondo got some help from the referee there. Reynolds tries to play it up. Oliveira steps in front to take the possession back for the Leopards. Cardenas marked by Buck. Over to Captain Morgan. That ball up for Barker. It's the Bees that got a foot on it and ended up giving it right to Cesares. Nice move put on. Barker trying to center, and Rondeau got the head on it. Couldn't get it on frame. Oliveira coming up, using the shoulder. Couldn't tell if that was a pass or a shot that was wide. Either way, it got close to the box before being cleared out by the Bees. Cardenas, nice footwork. And then able to find Barker. Morgan has Hill near side. Instead, he'll come with Cardenas at midfield. Cesares lost that one. Ball played up. Was looking the way of Watson. Cardenas able to step in front to win it back for East. Nice footwork from the sophomore, though he gave it up, and Watson now with an opportunity potentially developing for the Bees. Pyle trying to cross it, and it got past Harrison in the box, and this ball fired very tall over the net and out of play. Harrison comes off as Carlson will make his debut in the contest. Rondeau is trying to put a move to get past Reynolds. Broken up well, though. East still with the possession. It's Cesares. Has help, and he will drop it back with Cardenas. Jacobs. Good ball to Cardenas, and he tried to touch one up for Rondeau. Big play coming up and deflecting it out by Reynolds. Jacobs plays it back for Hill. Didn't get enough on it. Hill able to regain. Cesares tightly marked. That ball deflected, ends up with Barker, and then broken up. Nice job by Stevens, the sophomore, to get it out of the box for the time being, but East continuing with the pressure. Far side, Govina trying to get around Miser and deflected out. East to throw in. Rodriguez comes on for Jacobs. Is this ball thrown into the box, and Barker, and just didn't get enough of an angle on it as it will cross and roll out for a Box Elder throw in. Rodriguez hustled to get the possession off the throw in. Cesares lofts one up. Rondeau couldn't get there. Good job by the defense of Bruce Reynolds again. Nice passing, Cardenas. Plays up, Barker. Hill. And he just stepped right over it. Had the ball roll out. In the 23rd minute here, and Box Elder gave it right back. Rondeau to throw in to Cesares is the space there. Ball finally cleared out by Gerfin. It's a young back line for the Bees. 1 junior, 3 sophomores. Bit of a learning experience, but they've been up to the task more than once so far in the first 23 minutes of this one. Cardenas able to find some space. Playing this up. 2 Leopards there. Govina gets it on the run. In the box, Govina. And that ball just pushed away off the Bees. Another corner coming up here for the Leopards. A couple more substitutions for East on this corner. Taken by Carlson and headed out. So Oliveira coming up, trying to keep the pressure on. Carlson will play this back. The substitution, Scott Christensen as well as Sabi Jiba both come on for the Leopards. As Rondo and Barker come off. Going to rest the forwards here a bit. Cesares played that through the legs. And then that defensive box elder able to get it out, though Govina kept it in the box. Cesares, an opportunity to center, looking backside over the head of Christensen. Hill coming up, and that ball cleared away from Hill to Rodriguez. And again, they will regroup here with the defense. Morgan. That ball between Govina and Jiba, and a handball there, the call from our referee. Harris's kick sent right back up. Jiba. And he overran that one, trying to control it. Near side with the Bees, and Pyle gave it back to East. Oliveira, impressive job keeping his feet there. Playing the ball up, it's Christensen with it in the box to center, and Jiba had fallen over, settled it with his feet, and then we've got a handball call as there's a nice leg save put on off the Jiba shot by the Bees, trying to get a number there. It was Stevens able to just trap that ball between the knees. As a trip here and a kick coming up for East. Hill looking in the box and over the head of Govina as Lamb will collect. Long kick off the head of Hill to Christensen. And the ball one away from the Bees, given right back. And Hill couldn't control that one as it rolls out. Thrown in up the line, a couple Leopards there on the challenge. Eventually it ends up with Cardenas in this East defense once again. Seen aggressive play from Port. Not overly aggressive, but running. Trying to win the ball back for the Box Elder Bees as this ball played out and East to throw in. Barker will come on for Cesares. Port plays this ball over. Dropped from Watson. Harris at midfield. And that ball won away by Oliveira, and an easy call there, and gonna get a card here, I believe. Yes, we will. A yellow given to Mitch Coburn on the intentional grab, and East will have a kick here just shy of midfield. Morgan in the box, and Lamb came out to catch that one. Ball keeps taking nice bounces for the Bees, and then out. Christensen couldn't keep it in, and Box Elder to throw in. Thrown into Port. He gets knocked down, and the referee says no whistle there. Ball deflects off a couple players before coming up is Reynolds to play to the other side, and out of play. Garta and Rondo both back on for the Leopards as we've completed 30 minutes. Still 1-1 the score here. It's a kick from Elders. So that died down in the wind a little bit. Have a pretty strong wind here, right to left. It's deflected out off Carlson. Box Elder to throw in. Harris wide open and couldn't find a teammate, and it's Jiba at midfield drawing the whistle, and another kick coming the way of the Leopards. Played back to Cardenas. And it's Garta. In the offensive end, trying to center it, and that ball over the head of everyone. And will roll out. I know, but thrown in back to Morgan. Cardenas looking up, and Rondeau's good idea, tried to touch that ball and just lofted over the defense. He'll get it in the box, has Jiba. The centering pass a little behind Jiba, and now it's Govina. Settles and fires and kept out. And the second one was not. Our official, we still have no call. That one I thought was well in the net, and I think they rule a goal kick. Wow, so a throw in for East, and the net moved. Wasn't necessarily by the ball, but that tells the depth of the defender. Surprised that no goal on that one. It looked like it crossed the plane easily. As it is, still 1-1. And a whistle here, a kick to come up for the Bees. Put in play, Port was looking to get it up to Buck. Pass was deflected. That time he had Watson putting a run on behind the back line. Ball couldn't get there as it was headed back up by East. Chipped ahead. Getting to it. No, Watson won't get there. Cardenas will, and he'll just play this ball out. A corner for the Bees, looking backside. And it is Govina that will play it out for East. Barker has Jiba. And Jiba couldn't control that ball. Oliveira steps up. Has Jiba. Rondeau ahead of him. That's where he goes with it in the box. Rondeau tried to give it back to him. Pass was deflected by Gerfin. Rondeau looking to use the line. Garta, boy, a great ball that was headed out. And a nice job by the defender there for Box Elder. Rodriguez back with Carlson. So we wrap up the 35th minute. Govina tried to turn it inside, and the ball taken away. Couple collisions there. No calls from the referee as Govina has that ball taken away on the line and then tripped up that time by Carlson as the Box Elder attacker went into the bench. Ball put in play. This kick well beyond everyone. Elders will catch it. Cardenas. All sorts of space. Garta. And that ball deflected away. Thrown in. Rondeau able to control it. Not enough space for him to beat the edge and get around Reynolds. Harris couldn't get it away. Barker outside with Govina. And now back with the defense. Morgan. Cardenas. Trying to get a ball up. Rondeau sizing it up. Nice job heading it back by Reynolds. Up to midfield, and Cardenas will play it outside with Carlson. And now an opportunity for the Bees. Port and Morgan there to break it up. And he had to, because it would have been Buck behind everyone if Port was able to complete that. Speaking of behind everyone, Cesar is trying to get there, and coming out that time was Lamb. Ball thrown in quickly. Rondeau. And he was looking in the box. No one home for East, as we'll have a goal kick coming up for Lamb. The kick from Lamb. Gets past Carlson. And again, it's Morgan stepping up to take away a developing opportunity. 38 minutes complete. Rodriguez able to win it. Stevens. Carlson able to step in front of that one and head it away from Box Elder. Garta. And centering a pass, a good idea, but no one there for East. Cesares tried to recover. Lamb able to get there before Jesus could. And tripped up that time by Garta was Watson. A kick here for Box Elder. Nice. Opportunity. Carlson finally able to clear it up. That ball died in the wind, and now it's Rondo trying to create an opportunity here. Plays it up for Cesares. And quickly played out by the Bees. Official signaled 2 minutes. And we've got a illegal throw in here. Rondo. Challenge ruled clean by the referee as Morgan couldn't clear it. And now it's Pyle. Has it deflected away. Carlson, they're doing his job, and Morgan will just clear this ball well out of play. Barker. Cesares has Rondo. Marked by Gerfin. And a call there as they rule a foul on Cesares. Morgan able to get a head on it. Rodriguez at midfield. Cesares, ball played up to Rondo. Centers and right into the chest of Lamb. Morgan off his head, went the wrong direction, back to Elders. Rolls it with Cardenas. Garta's pass deflected by Watson. Rondo able to throw into Cesares, a nice little chip to get it to himself. Now trying to play to himself in the box. Cesares that keeps out, and he missed it. A wide open net for Cesares. Lamb had come out, and Cesares in disbelief. That was about as nice of a few moves as you'll see. Cesares plays it to himself a couple times, and the wide open net, he'll have all of half to think about that one. We are knotted up midway through, one apiece here at East High. Second half underway, one apiece. And the Leopards, boy, they were just a couple feet away from having a 2-1 lead right at the end of that half. Box Elder has to feel good that this one is tied up at one apiece. Hill with it near side. He'll drop it back with Morgan. Back to Hill. Watson marking him. Hill able to get around him easily, and then just bodied down that time by Guadarrama. Box Elder tried to play that ball up ahead to Piles, too far beyond him, and East to throw in.
It's not working. It's dead.
This ball chipped up ahead, trying to get there. Rondo fires and just wide of the net. A good opportunity again for the forwards of East, but they can't capitalize on frame. Harris has that ball out off him. Rondo. Nice save, but couldn't keep it in. A throw in for East. Cesares tried to settle it. That ball cleared out by in the Farama. Morgan able to find Jacobs. He'll push near side with Hill. Oliveira, good use of the body there to create space to receive that pass up ahead, and the ball too far beyond Rondo. And a goal kick coming up here for Lamb.
Just 3 minutes gone if you need to know.
The kick. Garta drops it with Cardenas. Hill. Back with Morgan. So he tries to play this ball up. Barker was trying to get a run on, but not enough oomph behind the ball. Hill, nice find of Oliveira. Box Elder able to disrupt it temporarily. Now back. Cardenas once again with it. Really molding him, a sophomore. He's going to be the future of that back line for another couple years here at East. Been a solid player for Coach Schenk this season. Tried to play it up to Cesares. Looked like that ball may have skipped high. Barker got it. And now it's Rondo. And that's off the post. Boy, they had Lamb all sorts of spun around and again couldn't capitalize. East will throw in here. Going back to that, it looked like a handball. East fans thought so. No call from the official. Still had a great opportunity. Hill. Cesares. And that ball won by Miser, though out off of him. Thrown into the box. Barker had that ball deflect off him long, and Harris got it out of the box. Rondo shields off the defender, sets up Oliveira. The left-footed shot is wide, and Holbert came in to try to deflect that in, but couldn't get his foot on the ball. Another goal kick here for Lamb. Garta heads it back up. Rondo trying to get it to Barker, and swarm of bees there defensively. Hill looking up. Barker couldn't track that one down as he was being marked by Gerfin. Another sophomore on that back line for Box Elder. Cesares able to control off the goal kick and then just poked away by Watson defensively. Thrown in to Cesares in the box. Tried to chip it over Lamb, and too much underneath that one. Some sustained pressure being put on by the attack of East. Is this ball headed up, and just like that, Box Elder maybe with an opportunity developing. And just as we say that, a trio of Leopards take it away. Cesares tried to touch it behind him to Hill. Couple challenges. Guadarrama and Hill get tangled up. And Box Elder awarded a kick. Guadarrama touched ahead. Watson. Nice support. Ball played outside. And a foul called here, and we're going to get a card, I think, on Cardenas, who came up. I think it was Port who drew the call. Cardenas will head off as Harrison will come on for him. Harris will take this kick from 35 yards out in the box, and Hill able to step right in front of Watson. They were trying to get it to their leading goal scorer. Challenge there, ball played out, and a foul, a kick here for East. Cesares has Barker in the box. Barker to fire, and there it is! Matthew Barker with his 6th goal of the season. Coming in the 49th minute, the Leopards take a 2-1 lead. When Cesares isn't scoring, he's assisting. A beautiful ball up to Barker. Able to square it up, and the East Leopards talked about the numerous scoring opportunities they've had. They've hit the post. They've shot open nets wide. That time, Barker finishes. And it's 2-1 East. Guadarrama. He has the Box Elder goal. Boy, how about this? As Harris in the box, and he's offside. That goal will not count. The flag is up. Harris deemed off. Barker and Reynolds. Ball out off of Box Elder. Cardenas comes back on for East as Hill will come off and catch a breather. This ball out off Box Elder again. Barker looking to control it. B's able to poke it away from him. Jacobs, a nice job of getting there and punching it back to Elders. As again, you see Port being active on that front line, giving chase. Cardenas. Oliveira. Outside with Barker. Barker taking it up the field. Ball in the box, winning the edge. Barker to center, was trying to get a look for Rondeau. And in the process, won the corner. Barker, a low kick, getting through and cleared out. We'll have another corner coming up for the Leopards. Barker on the corner. Rondeau, and just wide again. Rondeau couldn't keep that in play. Box Elder will throw in here. Zachary Duncan, the junior, comes on for Guadarrama for the Bees. As they lost this ball out of play. Garta will throw in back with Cardenas. Wrapping up the 55th minute. 2-1 East. Cesares and Barker with the goals. That ball was looking up for Barker. It was broken up initially. Cesares. Barker had Harrison on the outside. Barker going to fire, and that ball punched down initially by Lamb and then cleared out with the help of his defense. Nice job by the junior keep, Rusty Lamb. Making a good play on that one, reading it well. It was a screamer off the foot of Barker. Oliveira trying to get there. He will and keep it in. Cesares. All sorts of purple jerseys around, and that ball cleared out off the foot of Alex Stevens. Jacobs back to Harrison. He'll get it back. And that ball easily out off of Box Elder's Levi Port. Excuse me, a foul call, then a kick here for East. Morgan will take it. Looking in the box over the head of Holbert. There's Barker with control, trying to get around the edge. Looking to the backside, and that ball over the top of the goal and out of play. Jacobs finally was able to settle it to the foot, but that pass beyond everyone. And that ball off Harrison and out. Box Elder to throw in after the substitution. Spencer Johnson comes on for Mitchell Pyle for the Bees. Miser. And now playing the ball outside, Coburn. Up ahead, Watson. Garta Nice job defensively as he'll just play that ball out and allow the defense to reset. This ball will squeak through. Harris had it taken away. Well, Miser there to drop it back with the back line. Playing up ahead, and again the flag is up. As tell you what, the speed of Harris a couple times nearly catching East, but offside's the call here. Harris just a sophomore for the Bees. Talked about his speed. The midfielder has a couple more years playing for Coach Bywater up in Brigham. As here's Govina with it. Has help on the outside with Harrison. Govina looking that way. Harrison in the box. And he tried to get one on frame. It was too shallow. And another kick here for Lamb. Oliveira able to get that ball up. And initially it was Reynolds getting the head on it and then playing the ball up out of a trouble area. Garta coming up in support. Govina. Ball trying to be shouldered before eventually being cleared out by Coburn. Coburn again, but we gave it right to Cesares. Nice job stepping up and winning the ball, and then a call here, a foul on East, and Cesares asking for an explanation. This kick headed the direction of Johnson. He'll try to track it down. Harrison for East. Morgan comes over to try to help as this ball fired up. Elders will catch it out of midair. Sport trying to throw one on net. So we've passed the 60th minute here from East High School. Off the side of the foot, Govina going to track this down for the Leopards. Well, that he couldn't control it and keep it in, and Box Elder will throw in. Miser looking for help. He's looking the way of Port over his head. Far side, Dalabout. Try to play it up. That ball won away by Cardenas, and now again East looking to counter. Govina will slow things up and drop with Harrison. Gives it right back to him along the line. Nice job coming back that time by Duncan as he comes away winning the ball. Port pushes over with Harris. A little behind Watson. He'll gather it, being challenged by Garta. And Cesares, he'll take that ball away. Govina with some time and space. Closed down on by Stevens, able to keep that ball in. It's Harrison, able to gather. Barker, again, trying to win around the edge. Barker goes down. Harrison comes up, and the ball deflects out off him. Throw in over the head of Johnson. That's Coburn. Looking the way of Johnson. Morgan able to head it out. Govina can't get there. Duncan. Gives it a Miser, playing the ball up. Here's Watson. Marked by Cardenas. Harris. Boy, was stepping up into one, and I think he just overran the ball as he'll get it back. Pushed it outside instead, I think is with Coburn. He's trying to serve one up in the box, looking the way of Watson. A little off target and then swung through, and it's an opportunity for the Bees And deflected away off the foot of Garta. Good defensive presence that time as Spencer Johnson nearly able to get a shot off. Mass substitutions for East, including Jiba, Christensen, and Carlson, as well as Rodriguez. An opportunity fired and a save by Elders. Boy, a centering attempt that was behind East. It was Spencer Buck one-on-one, and Elders up to the task, though we'll have a corner for the Bees. Preston Harris looking backside, and no one home. It will squirt through. They were looking, I think, for Watson. He ended up hitting the turf and then swinging through. That one was Garta. It's still loose. Elders able to regather as Watson was putting pressure on the keep. He'll throw out to Carlson, and space for Hayden Carlson near side. And we've got the flag up at midfield. Our official has blown his whistle as he'll talk with the linesman. So our official stops play and then has a discussion with the linesman and drops it. Unsure what that was about. Lamb's kick. Watson will let it roll out to throw in. Watson trying to center it. Boy, and that pass went right off the face of Buck. I think it was Cardenas or Garta trying to clear it, and Buck's face just right in the path. Excuse me, good help from our press box up here. They call a handball on Buck. Played back with Stevens. East with some pressure up front. Govina. Christensen. Boy, had Jiba. Was behind him a little bit as Coburn will play that ball up. Harris with space. He'll drop it back. And now it's Port being closed down on. Oliveira marking him. And there's Christensen to break up that pass, though. Stepped on the ball before he could get the pass cleanly off. Good challenge. He and Watson. And East with the throw-in. Garza's throw-in. Govina trying to play it back to him. A foul call here on East. Boxelder with a kick. Rodriguez to head it out. Cleared out by East defensively. A booming kick that will go all the way down. And Lamb, boy, interesting. We'll pick that up. All it takes is one bad hop off the foot, and you're looking at a corner. Lamb able to handle it, as this kick will get caught up in the wind. Cesares. Carlson coming up in support. Looking for a move, and a nice job by Port to win that. Playing it up to Mitch Pyle. And a challenge there, Oliveira and Pyle. 70 minutes complete. Carlson to take this kick. Looking away at the box, and Lamb had to just punch that one out. A nasty spin. We'll have a corner coming up here for the Leopards. Barker from the corner. Good ball. And just headed off frame, and a goal kick for Lamb. That ball unable to be kept in by Coburn. Rondo comes back on for the Leopards as Barker comes off. Govina can't track that down. Lamb with another kick. Lamb looking the direction of Coburn. He'll settle it midfield. Watson tried to play it back to him, and Cesar is able to win it back. Nice job stepping up by Reynolds, though, able to get the possession for the Bees. They're looking up for Pyle. He was putting on a run. Broken up by Cardenas, I believe, that back line. And now, speaking of runs, Jiba trying to get there. The ball too far out in front of him. Lamb will collect it. Carlson able to chip it over Port. And again, this ball will find its way down to Lamb as it was being escorted by a couple of B defenders. Cesares not giving up. And a foul called here. Kick for Box Elder. Harris gives to Port, drops it. See Box Elder trying to be a little more methodical here. Pass deflected. Cesares found himself with it. Now the ball in space. Box Elder able to get there first. Port was trying to get it up the line, look in the direction of Piles. Good idea. Port again. And this time Pyle will get it in the corner. Opportunity to center. Elder's coming out. And that play broken up by Garta. Elder's able to get back in the box, though. That shot wide off the foot of Miser. Elders, excuse me, a good kick. Rondo putting pressure on and able to win it. Had Jiba. Rondo able to get around the defense and then was looking to fire one on frame. Shot it wide. This kick, trying to keep it in. Watson, good job there. This Port will throw in quickly. Cesares at midfield, but on the burners, trying to get around Harris. Look at Cesares create some space in the box. No one picks him up. Centers, and boy, just getting a hand on that was Lamb. Able to deflect it away on the centering attempt. A foul here. Kick for Box Elder. Harris trying to get a ball up. Cardenas able to play it. Takes it away from Pyle. Midfield, Harris with it again. Still just a 2-1 game, and Box Elder trying to create another opportunity as Govina able to win that initially, still contending. And there's the whistle, Box Elder to kick. From Harris. Ball's in the box. Opportunity. And Elders able to come out and hop on that one. In the box was Buck. He was trying to shield off Leopards to get enough room for a shot, and East just doing what they needed to. And with that, 78 minutes complete. No more time updates. Cesares trying to get there as it's Coburn able to keep it away from him. Morgan will drop this all the way back. Govina trying to head it. Rondo, the flag is up, offside from our linesman. Govina again. Has Harrison outside. Govina going to try to fire left-footed. Shot was deflected away. Harris. And that ball, nice job by Smith to get it back for East. Here's Rondo. Fires. Rondo bends it in right past Lamb from about 18 yards away. The Leopards tack on an insurance goal in the 79th, 3-1 East. Morgan able to play it out of the defensive third. Harris will drop it at midfield. Back with Stevens. As Barker putting some pressure on. Ball looking up, got past Buck, and a whistle and a kick awarded to Box Elder. Harris will take this kick from 40 yards, looking in the box. Port got a head on it, as did Cesares. And a corner for Box Elder. Harris's corner. Headed out initially. Miser has that ball taken away by Harrison. Miser to throw in. Headed by Morgan. And there was Rodriguez to clear that ball out. Boy, and a great job that time stepping up and taking the ball away by this East defense. It was Jake Jenke. In fact, Jenke will head this back up, looking for Barker. Duncan. Harris pushes outside. A good challenge as East winning the possession back. Barker looking to center, had Rondo as well as Cesares. Went between the two of them. Is this a long ball? Will roll out and deflect it out off of East. And headed out by Oliveira. Corner coming up for Harris and Box Elder. This one gets in the box before Morgan able to head it out. Barker will try to finish off the clearing here. Is a challenge there and East to throw in. Off the throw in. East will win the ball. Carlson with it. Playing up to Rondo. And cleared out by Gerfin. Box Elder trying to hurry as they throw this one in down the line, beyond everyone, and clear it out of play. Harris with some space, tried to get it back. Duncan will set up Port. Ball deflected, and then the shot fired high and wide off the foot of Buck. An opportunity here late for the Bees. Elders puts it in play. Carlson, that will be it. The East Leopards gave up an early one. They score 3 unanswered and defeat Box Elder 3-1. Again, our final score here from East High School. The Leopards 3-1 victors over the Box Elder Bees. And talked about this game, bit of a revenge game for East after losing to Box Elder to start region play earlier this season. And boy, things did not get off to the start that East hoped to. In just the 3rd minute, Box Elder with an opportunity, and it would be Emmanuel Guadarrama heading this one in over Trevor Elders, and it's 1-0 Box Elder. If you're East, you got to be going, oh, not again. In that first match we already talked about, they give up 3 first-half goals, giving up 1 here in just the first minute, but it was a nice response by the East Leopards. Off the set piece from Cardenas, it's Jesus Cesares heading this one in. We are knotted up at 1 apiece in the 10th. Late in that first half, the Leopards would have opportunity to tack on 2 more. This one, very tough. Govina with 2 opportunities in the box, both saved, none of them coming from Lamb. That second one was awfully close. We're still at 1-1. And then late in the half, nearly stoppage time, it's Cesares again, able to set up his own play, an open net, and Cesares just fired wide at the break. We were still tied up at 1 apiece. Second half, and East really came out. They put a lot of pressure on the net early on in that second half. They would be rewarded, as in the 49th minute of this one. It's Cesares with the ball up the line, plays the ball up ahead to Barker. He wins the edge, and Matthew Barker firing one past Lamb, 2-1 East. Again, we saw pressure from East. Give credit to Box Elder. They had a couple opportunities, including one late. This one-on-one, and Elders with a huge save to keep the advantage for the East Leopards. East would add an insurance goal late in the 79th minute. Rondo bending this one in right past Lamb, and 3-1 our final score here. We mentioned it, Box Elder, a lot of credit. They came out, they got an early goal just like they did in that first match, but East responded much better. Talked about they put a lot of pressure on this net. They only scored 3 goals, could have scored more. They had some missed opportunities, and for Box Elder, this is a team that they're still trying to learn. Very young squad, a lot of sophomores, a lot of juniors, only 4 seniors on the roster. This is a tough loss. You have to remember, they beat East earlier this year. That's surely something you can build on, and now you just got to go through that second half of region play and try to finish strong. Is certainly not out of the playoff picture, but for the Leopards, they had a 3-point lead in region play coming into this one. They will at least hold on to that given other results in region play today, but a big contest coming up next as they will head up north to take on the second place Ogden Tigers, whom coming into today, they had that 3-point lead. That's going to be a big one for the East Leopards. Now it's come time for us to announce our man of the match. He had a great game last game, an even better game here today. We're going to give it to Jesus Cesares. Congratulations on our man of the match, the goal, the assist. He had a great ball game here today. Jesus Cesares, congratulations to him in East's 3-1 victory over the Box Elder Bees. We want to thank you for joining us on this edition of High School Rewind. It's been our privilege to bring it to you. For Vince Francis, my name is Dane Stewart. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time here on High School Rewind.